It's the morning. In the morning. In the morning. Yep. Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. We're at 32 months. Oh my god. Momo, I think we're 32, and Gita, I think we're 32. Jesus Christ. It's the morning. It is currently 9 a.m. on a Monday JST. I went to the gym and I came back and I played Deadlock and I forgot to stream, but I played Deadlock and that was fun. So yeah, I got some like decent sleep. I'm feeling pretty okay right now. There's a bunch of stuff I gotta take care of today before tomorrow's karaoke stuff. Yeah. I also need to adjust my desk height because my desk height is a little too, this thing is a little too tall for this chair right now. Yeah. Did you eat too? No, I did not eat yet. Probably gonna, well, I'm gonna eat during like lunch, but I'm probably gonna eat later. Victoria, I think they're 30 months. Vivi, I think they're 32. Victoria, I think they're 30 months. Vivi, I think they're 32. And Norla, I think they're 32. Did look in the morning. Low key, I also need to spend some time playing Street Fighter before, before August patch hits. Because when the Ed nerfs kick in, I gotta be ready. I can't be, man. Dude, Diamond's rough right now. That's for sure. Diamond is rough. Jesus. I mean, there's 6 months. J Sure Dog's like 21. Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I got stuff to do this week though. You know. Hopefully, do you want to try Yasmin? I do want to try Yasmin, but I don't know if I'll change. Well, we'll see. If she's good, then maybe I'll play. I'll admit, is it just because, do I want to just play her just because she's top tier? Who's to say? But I mean, I would want to learn how to play a rushdown character. I've been thinking about learning Kimberly. I've been thinking about Kimberly or trying to do some more Rashid. Yeah, Street Fighter is like my other what is it? My current game that I just play whenever I have time. Do you play horror games? Not really. I don't really. I don't particularly enjoy horror games. But also Magic 8 Ball. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I've also been thinking about getting a new controller. The unfortunate truth is that my current controller, my current leverless, is just too small for me right now to kind of play comfortably for longer periods of time. For context, I play with a this is a Snackbox Micro. That's a piece of hair. Okay. So I play with the Snackbox Micro. This thing is small, especially for unfortunately, I am wide. My shoulders are wide. So that, like, having my shoulders have to roll in forward for my hand position just to be able to, press buttons is kind of tough. Not gonna lie. I've been thinking about getting so the Reject leverless is pretty big. It sits on the lap pretty well. I've been thinking about picking that one up, but it is kind of expensive. But I also have a pre-order for the Zen Aim leverless that's supposed to ship in like September. So I'm kind of thinking about like, oh, do I just happen to get a bigger controller, or so I've been like debating between either the Reject leverless or the Victrix Pro KO. I know like those are pretty decent. I know the Victrix is like not too crazy. It's like the size of like a piece of paper, which I kind of like. Thanks for being you, big dog. I moved and now I live next to a gym. You're a real swell guy and I appreciate you having used my OC. Look, I think in 4 months. Get damn. I'm making hunchback. I wouldn't call it like super hunchback, but I will say it is like the posture that I have when I play fighting games is kind of unfortunate. Just because like ergonomically it doesn't make sense. I either have to like roll my shoulders back and play with my hands like really far. Like, how do I explain this? It looks kind of goofy. This is like, hold up, I gotta like think, how do I explain? Shrimp mode activate? No, I'm not like leaning forward though, all that much. Like, so I have to like force myself to like pull my shoulders back, but it unfortunately moves my hand position like a little too far. Like either way, I have to like slightly force my shoulders forward or like feel it in like my back. That's the wrong one. Where's paint? All right. How do I explain this? Okay, so here's the thing, right? This is my control. Actually, this is too big. This is my controller. It's like not that big. My hands have to be like right here. Just for context, actually, I'm holding it like as reference right now. So my hands basically take up like all of this. Just for context, like with the, my hands like in comparison to this controller are like pretty big, right? So the problem is that when I do use this, my hands either need to, my arms need to either be like this to where my shoulder, like my shoulders are like, this is where my chest is. My shoulders need to roll forward a little bit. Or if I like, let's say for example, like I roll my shoulders back to where like this is like the natural position. My hands unfortunately need to be a little wider. It is not like in line with my shoulder, if that makes sense. So my controller just does not work well. Right? So I want to avoid having to roll my shoulders forward. But I still want to be able to like have like a comfortable position with my hands where buttons are, essentially. That's like the best way I can explain it. Like, it's not great like posture wise, which is one thing I've just been having issues with recently. Yeah. Is that a too buff thing? I don't know. I'll leave it at broader shoulders, but like that's pretty much my main issue. Basically, your elbow has to be bent at a specific angle. Then yes, like either my elbow, like the way that yeah, my elbows kind of have to be moved inward essentially, which is why it's kind of annoying. So that's why I do want to get like a bigger controller that will basically sit on my lap correctly. I will admit, like my currently like this is kind of hard to sit on my lap without it feeling weird, I guess. It's just too small. But I mean, I've played on this controller for so long. I've you know, it's really nice. It's a nice thing to like be portable with. I still want to get custom art for this. I know there was one dude who like commissioned like custom art for their snack box with VV on it, and I was like, damn, this kind of like the baller VV was kind of awesome. So I did want to get like either custom art for this thing or like fill the thing with like stickers, because like I can take it out, like it's just an acrylic panel over the top of it that I could just put shit in. So I don't know. I'm glad you're talking about this because I was looking at cheap leverless just to try, but I don't want to destroy my posture more than I already do. I would say like don't get something that is like super small. This thing is definitely like it is meant to be more of like a travel controller more than anything. I would want to get something that is like a little wider. That's my main issue. You get better posture. Don't ruin your back like me. Lol. I've had it's taken many years to fix my posture. Ironically enough. Does making the controller big make it slower to push the buttons because it's wide? Not necessarily. I mean, that's all that like I'm not reaching over because obviously like my hands are dedicated. Like my movement is my left hand. My actual like attacks are my right. You know, I'm not really like moving over too much, especially if a controller has like, for example, like extra buttons that I can bind an extra jump key to make it easier to DP, or you know, or even another one to do parry. It's not terrible, especially for like wider controllers. But I mean that I've had the chance to like try out a couple of different ones. I go to I like going to Big Camera, or like I like going to Yodobashi every once in a while to try out different controllers, you know. So I've had a chance to you know, I've like debated, oh, do I get like a Razer Kitsune? Do I try to get like a how? Do I try like the reject one is available at Yodobashi. I've tried the Zen Aim one on display. You know, I've had plenty of opportunities to kind of try different controllers, which I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what I want to settle on. But obviously I do have a pre-order for a one already that will come eventually. So I'm like, I don't mind waiting, but I do want something a little as like an interim, if that makes sense. Extra button for DP and parry is so good. I think I just need an extra button for jump, like an extra button for jump in order for it to allow me to do my DPs a little bit better would be nice. And for context, I learned to do DP a little bit differently, or rather I kind of cheat a little bit, not literally cheat, but because leverless allows you to DP a little bit differently. So the typical way to do a DP is forward, down, down, forward, right? So the way to kind of do that with a leverless is either you kind of roll it over, if that makes sense. You roll your index and your middle finger, or the way to kind of do it, and that like involves your other hand at the same time while also pressing punch at the same time, or even kick. Like I ironically enough learned to do my DP by playing Reina in Tekken, because I had to learn how to do perfect electrics for a little bit. So the way that you do it with SOCD is forward, down, press your jump while holding everything at the same time, and then you press your punch. So instead of like only pressing 3, you press 4 buttons all at the same time. Forward, down, up, punch, and that will get you a DP. So I learned how to do that playing leverless. I also randomly caught this in like a fucking, I think it was like was it a Brian F video? I think it was a Brian F video. So that's how I started to learn more DP. I'm not gonna lie, when I was playing Tekken, I still do like traditional DP without the SOCD trick, just because when I was playing in Tekken, like that's just how I learned to do it. But this one kind of helps out, like having the extra jump or being able to do a DP like this is a little bit easier. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's my current leverless controller dilemma that I'm kind of not like dealing with per se, but you know, I'm contemplating a little bit. I'm still on keyboard for SF6 and I keep missing everything so close together. I mean, it's keyboard I think still is like functionally like correct, so to speak. Good morning. Late night stream, morning stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing. I got to stream a shit ton because I didn't stream last week. Mixing took up way too much more time, or way more time than I initially thought. So I'm hoping I have it done by the end of this week, and then I also am able to keep or do all my streams in time. Yeah, it just doesn't help that I'm also like, oh, I want to grind out video games at the same time, but also do all these things. I don't know, man. Am I overloaded with things that I should be doing? Yes. Should I have a little bit more balance? Yes. Am I gonna do that? Probably not. Am I just gonna do everything all at the same time again as I usually do? Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't. My brother currently has my fight stick though, because I won that from when we did the Tekken tournament last year. Or not last. Was it 2 years ago? Soon to be 2 years. Because I still have a fight stick. I just never learned how to play stick though, because I originally bought this leverless for that, like a little bit before that tournament. Well, actually no. So I actually bought a leverless like way back. It was like a knockoff, not like a knockoff, but it was like a kind of like a different hitbox that I got when I first went to Japan. Well, not first one. It was like my second time in Japan back in like February 24, I think. Actually, was it June? I don't remember. Or it might have been November. I don't remember. So I originally got that controller because I was like, oh, I do want to learn how to play fighting games, but I was like, I don't want to spend a crazy amount of money on a controller at the time. So I bought like it was basically just a giant acrylic brick with buttons, and I was like, oh, this is it's pretty okay. I liked it. I didn't mind it too much. Eventually I gave that to a friend, and that's when that was after I got my snack box now. But now I'm running into the issues, so to speak. Playing in D-pad scripts my thumb, changing the leverless feels heaven. I don't know how people play. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, there are a lot of people who do play pad. Like what? I know Oliver plays pad. We were talking when we were doing the butler battle we did that last time. I ended up talking to Oliver Sensei like a decent amount about, you know, Street Fighter for some reason. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. I was just so strangely like I've watched him play Bison, so I'm like, yeah, damn, you know. I mean, I don't know. I do kind of want to come back to Tekken a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss playing Reina. But also like who's to say? Who's to say? I don't know. You want to play all video games? You're greedy. I don't even want to play that many video games though. I just want to play video games, or rather, I have moments where I'm like, I do want to play X video game, and I'm like, all right. Do I play X video game? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'll think about playing it, but then I'm like, man, is juggling both Tekken and SF6 doable? I mean, technically, if I started devoting like pretty much all my time to playing fighting games, it's possible. It's possible. It like realistically, it's possible, but it would obviously just mean sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, if Diaphone can play fucking 2XKO and Tokon and Guilty Gear and Street Fighter, anything is possible. What about those arcade kind of controllers? I don't know what they're called. They're just called fight sticks. Oh, a scab on my knuckle just peeled off. Ow. I like open Twitter for like 2 seconds and immediately I get hit with fucking Millie's like dog photo again, and I'm at this point in time I'm very not very certain, I'm pretty sure with the amount that Millie's using it, whoever the fuck owns that photo is gonna start asking for royalties. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, She gotta put that. She gotta put that photo down, man. I don't know. We can't keep doing this. No matter what the tweet is about, I was always proposal that dog is so funny. I don't understand it, but also I'm not nearly as much of a reply guy as I used to be, so I can't really say. I think I went through my period of time when I was like, I don't know. I'm a goofy fucking guy who rose past my chronically online Twitter days. And now I just don't log in anymore. You had your online era? I did have my online era now. You know, like, I think early on in my career here, I was like, yeah, I'll be on Twitter like a decent amount, or I'll like reply to people for fun. Pre-debut, you was a reply. I remember I was a replier. I was trying so hard to be PR friendly, and then I started swearing, and then it was like, all right. And then I realized, damn, I got shit, I got work to do. And then I started studying for exams, and I was working 2 jobs, and I was like, and then I realized, well, I can't be on Twitter that much anymore, and I just logged out. And boom, life is changed. Is it for the better? Technically, yes, because I live in Japan now. Yeah, I don't know. Pre-debut Claude was a different person. That is true. That was, you know, in a way, that was as performative as I could have been. 100%. That was me putting on airs as much as I can, solely for the sake of having a quote unquote good first impression. Did I have a good first impression? I don't know. You tell me. Actually, do I want to know? Probably not. But yeah, I'll take it as is. I forgot what's up. Your pre-debut tweets scare me. I don't know that, man. You know, they weren't even that bad. I don't even think my pre-debut tweets, like, some of them weren't that crazy. Woo. Yeah, low-key, what was I gonna say? There's something else I was gonna talk about. Controllers. I was also thinking about, I was currently in the process of thinking about getting an HHKB. I'd be thinking about getting a happy hacking keyboard, because low key my brother put me on, and I was like, shit. I mean, I knew of them for a long time, but I've never had a chance to like try them out in person. And now that I have, I'm like, ooh, I'm considering it. But also, I've been thinking about it for the past like 4 days. So honestly, I might just pull the trigger and just grab one, because I'm like, all right, fuck it. I wouldn't mind getting a nice like work keyboard. I don't know. I think it is one of those moments, if I'm gonna keep talking about it, I'm probably might as well just do it. How to spot a fake Claude which acts more PR friendly. That is so true. Honest to God, like, put me in a, like, if you had one bullet and you can only shoot me or the other one, like, you know what, as the one that doesn't swear more, you just gotta fucking kill that guy. What's special about HHKB? Topper switches, and also the form factor. Like, being a really nice, it's not technically 60%, but it is way different from how normal keyboards are structured. So there, it is nice. It is nice. Yeah. We'll see. I love 60 to 65% keeps are awesome. I prefer 60s. 65 is fine. It's still workable, but I do like 60. I think 60 is like probably the most comfortable form factor for me, at least. Like, even now technically my keyboard is 65, because I mean, it's my keyboard. 60 is my favorite aesthetically. I think when I'm working, I prefer 65, because it's like I still have access to like a couple extra keys that I need, like when I need like page up, page down, and like delete keys or insert keys. I like having it, but when I'm doing like just when I'm gaming, I think 60% is just so much easier, to be honest. How do you do your function keys on 60 though? I mean, it's just you have a function key. That's pretty much it. You hold down function key and then you have access to your second layer. You know, that's just the easiest way to do it. But also, I mean, granted, like you just have to memorize your keyboard shortcuts, everybody. If you memorize your binds, life is so much easier. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, like this is very much so because I play FPS thing. Having a relatively smaller keyboard is a good thing, you know. Yeah, I think after this stream, I'm probably I do need to like adjust my current desk. Like I'm gonna lower the height a little bit and then move over like a bunch of I recently bought a new power extender because it's more like it's like a power unit for a rack. Because I do want to start moving all my audio stuff into a rack. So I do need to I'm still on the lookout for like a decent channel rack that I either don't know if I want to put on a desk or have it be on like a separate unit on wheels. That is like my other question right now, where I'm like, I don't really know what to do just yet, because I do want to basically, I don't know, part of me is like, do I combine my network unit, so like my network rack and also my audio rack in the same thing, and just have like this one massive fucking unit that handles like everything? And that way, like, my desk can be free. I feel like that's kind of like, I do want to free up my desk space like a little bit. Cause like, if you could see the way that I have it right now, like I currently don't have a lot on like my left side, for example, which makes it kind of annoying, especially when I'm having to like study or like you want to have books and stuff like that. Cause otherwise it takes up my entire fucking mouse pad. Yeah. Wheeled unit would help with the space. I'm like debating, because I do want to have everything in like one centralized unit right now. Plenty of stuff to think about. I think I need to do, not like quote unquote planning, but I do want to at least like map out exactly what is going to go where and stuff like that. Yeah. I think. Oh, speaking of free, I was talking about Street Fighter earlier, but God, Diamond is rough, man. Diamond is rough. Wait, have you broken 20K yet, Frio? If you're still here? Because oh my God, dude, Diamond 2 has been miserable. Yeah, I think. What is it? I still have a lot of. You're Diamond 5? Yo, how much have you been fucking grinding, dude? God damn. Wait, did you hit like a 10 win? 13 win streak last night? What the fuck? All right, you're crazy, man. All right, Master Ryu. You'll have to fucking see it. Yeah, damn, 13? He's gaming. Jesus. Fine for my life here, bro. You hit another 10. Hit another 10. Hit another 10, and then you hit another 10, and then the second you have like your promo game is when you play one Masters player, and they will either give you 250 or you will drop like 50, or you drop 40. Light work. Trust. You'll be like 200 off. You'll fight a Masters player, and then you'll get it one. Easy. You're getting Masters or dead ass? What the fuck? Crazy work, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to be like you, my boy. What the fuck? Ooh, man, I don't play for like a week. This dude's shooting for the skies. Yeah, I haven't been able to play that much of it as recently, so. God damn. Claude's gonna be up his game after. Yeah, I'm booting up right after the stream, dude. We'll see. Maybe I will go. Maybe I will go and grab that secondary controller like later today. But also, I need to make that decision of like, do I get too many things? Too many things. I'm falling victim to consumerism. It's either controller, keyboard, rack unit, fucking. Would you stream it though? I should. I should. The smart thing to do is yes, I should. Nah, I'm talking too much about like stuff to buy though. I don't. They will all come with time, and whether or not I will actually do it in the future is kind of up in the air. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is just stuff to think about at the start of the week. You need and not should. No, I don't. I really don't need it. I think well, you're just an equipment guy. I unfortunately am. I am too. I don't know. Part of me, I just enjoy good and new tech more than anything, and also like owning stuff and having things in analog. I think having like rack unit is cool. I think one of my end goals at some point in time is to start getting like more like, is it to really call it analog audio equipment? Technically yes, because I don't as much as I like emulators for most plugins, I would want to have like a decent like rack compressor and like I don't really care too much for a rack EQ, but a good rack compressor would be really cool. Would I low key, do I want an 1176? Kind of crazy, but that shit will run me up I believe like they can run for like a decent amount. Like that is like 4-digit type equipment sometimes. A little mini studio for yourself. Low key, if I can start amassing just equipment to start doing like a home studio stuff, I think I'd want to do that more than anything. Yeah. It's either that or like I've also been wanting to like try out a different preamp too. It's either, what is it? It is either, I believe, the ISA or it's a Neve compressor or a Neve preamp. I low key a 1073 Neve would be really nice. Who's to say? I don't know. I kind of want to. Well, I'll probably go out and like. There is a lot of different like equipment stores here actually, so I'm like, it would be pretty cool. In terms of music production, would these mostly be for vocals, or do you want to get more into instrumentals and composing? I mean, technically, I wouldn't need to do instruments, for my recording purposes, but that's only because I do a lot more. I mean, obviously, one, I stream, and two, I record voiceover stuff. So it's like, it's very different, right? But having a preamp is always nice. Having a vocal preamp is nice. Would I want a guitar amp too? Technically, yes, but that's neither here nor there until I actually get like a guitar here. I've been thinking about it though. I've been thinking about it. Too many things to think about buying, and unfortunately, I'm not doing that. I think I've just been indulging in the fact that like, oh, I'm more willing to window shop a lot more. And I'm like, that seems really cool. And will I do it? Probably not. Will I only do it when I absolutely am like, okay, I can do this and I don't feasibly don't need to think about this? Sure. But it's nice to always think about. If anything, I think it's nice to have things to work towards. You know what I mean? Oh, a cool thing. I will just work hard to get that. And I think that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Save it for the future? Exactly. Low key. There is also I don't know. I need to fix my network storage though. My NAS needs to, because I've been keeping a lot of raw footage recently, so I need to get that reset up again. Jot it down for now, revisit in the future. All I do is I just, well, I'm not like a sticky note, but I keep like I just keep like a mental note of like, oh, stuff I want to get, and then I like look at it again if I really feel it, and then I'm like, all right, maybe. I don't know. I think controllers right now is probably like my first thing to kind of think about right now, though. I'll be playing a bit. Oh. Give me an Amazon wish list. If then for like 2 weeks I'll revisit it. I'm not big on like digital wish lists, I guess. Do you window shop on physical stores or online? I see it online and I try my best to go see it in person, you know? I think that's like, because obviously it's like you want to be able to either like get your hands on it and like try it out like a little bit, or, you know, I feel, and I think one thing is because I feel like online shopping is just, it leads too much to being willing to spend more money than I reasonably should, right? I feel like if I can go in person to try the thing or see the thing and like actually get a feel for it, then I am more inclined to make like a final decision at that point in time, or I can straight up be like, oh, this isn't for me, and I can just say no. I don't know. I think being in Japan, ironically enough, has been enticed me more to just go and try it in person. You know what I mean? I think in America, like typically what ended up happening is like I'll see it online. I will just have to gamble on whether or not it will be okay. And when it comes in, I'm like, oh, this kind of it's either all right, this is all right, or oh, this is donkey doo doo, and I have to return it, or I'm just gonna be like, all right, well, whatever. And more often than not, I'm just like, all right, well, I can't be bothered to return this thing. I'm just going to keep it. And then eventually I'll have to replace it later. And that's like the one thing. I think, personally, I think I always want to strive to keep something for as long as possible or get the most use out of something without having to replace it. And I think that comes from also being able to kind of get like a hands-on experience with it and then coming to that conclusion, right? I don't know. I'm definitely more of the mind of like we should go out and try these things in person before we kind of commit to things. The online return a hassle hurts the pocket. I don't even call it like hurting the pocket. So seeing it in person helps you decide whether it's worth buying. Yes, because keep in mind, especially if it's like a physical product, if it's something that I am going to physically interact with, I'm going to use on a daily basis, or I'm going to, you know, have like quite literally have that physicality with it, right? I want it to be something that I actually either one, enjoy using, two, am comfortable using, or three, it serves its purpose so well physically that I'm like, okay, I will not have to, or I will not feel inclined to replace it down the line, right? And that's for me personally, like, oh, okay, I am making a good decision in this case, right? That's kind of how I see it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's nice. Like, I think it's also really cool that, like, especially for like now that I've talked about like keyboards and stuff like that, how much I want to, like, how much I'm thinking about the HHKB. It's like, you know, also being able to, you know, go to like a specialty keyboard store too. That was really interesting to me. To, you know, specifically find, oh, can I try an HHKB? Do that, and I'm like, all right, well, is this for me? I'll think about it. And now I've thought about it, and I'm like, okay, maybe I will, right? So now it's moments like that where I'm just like, yeah, I feel like, again, all I can say is especially when it comes to where you put your value, I will always say, hey, just get something nice so you don't have to do what I do and replace it down the line. Like that shitty fucking this goofy ass chair that I have over in my apartment right now that is on the side, and that I have dealt with so much fucking back pain with for quite some time as of recent. That is it. I shit you not, it kind of sits in like a corner of shame in my apartment. It's like if I were to ground a child, I would put them in that chair and just have them face the wall right now. It's really fucking, the placement of this is actually kind of hilarious. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. 100%. I fuck with it. I fuck with this chair right now so bad. This chair is awesome. It's the dunce chair. You know, thinking about it, for me growing up, when I got in trouble, my parents made me like, you know how they like, you got to stare at the wall. For me as a kid, I won't delve too much into this. I remember as a kid, like my parents made me just stare at the wall. Like you gotta stand there and stare at the wall for like 10 minutes or something. Yeah, the timeout corner, pretty much. I invested in a good chair and it was the best choice I made as a person who works from home. I'm enjoying the chair right now. The timeout corner, yep. That's actually a thing? Yes, it was a thing. I think for some people it was absolutely a thing. For me, it was absolutely a thing. You got one with back support? Yes. Yes. This chair is so much nicer. I didn't get grounded. I just had the timeout corner and would start daydreaming. Bro, I just had to stand. No sitting, no nothing. You had to stand, which kind of sucked. My 10-year-old self would be like, you bought a chair, lame, use the money for games. Low key, I think if I were to look back at my, well, I think if I showed my 10-year-old self my current setup, they would be like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Well, actually, they'd be like, whoa, what is this? Because they just see my random audio unit and they'd be like, cool. And I'll be like, awesome. Awesome. I don't know. If I were to think about it, like if I were to show my 10-year-old self, they would just be like, whoa, because they would see the microphone too. They'd be like, what is this? I don't know. I definitely think, what is it? I'm actually like pretty content with like my current, if we're talking like computer wise, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Like, I mean, I showed you guys members like ages ago, but my current computer, I'm gonna be a fucking nerd real quick. So my current computer is in a Form DT1. So I wanted to try small form factor PCs this time around, and I eventually did. Currently inside is like a B650 with a AMD 9800 X3D. I don't remember the exact, I think it was like an AX97 copper low profile cooler with a, I switched out the fan for a Noctua low profile. 64 gigs at 6,000 megahertz, I think, from like some random Corsair RAM that I had. Corsair power supply, and then this is a 4070 Founders Edition. I personally really like Founders Edition cards because of, one, the cooler design, and two, because this one specifically fit in a 2-slot form factor, and I was like, awesome. I've been thinking about low key. Actually, well, it's probably not gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. There's no reason for me to upgrade this thing at all, for my needs at least. In the event that like a random fucking miracle happens and like the 50 series, like the 50 series supers comes out, and it's possible to even get a Founders Edition card on that, I'd probably go for it. But I think for me, like, I like the 2-slot. It works well. Temp's really nice. I've basically, right. I have, what is it? My storage. So my boot drive is like a 1 terabyte Samsung. And then I have another one that's 4 terabytes of just storage of like, oh, this is my software stuff. This is my plugins. These are my games, all in one different thing. And then I also have like another like 8 terabytes in like network storage that I keep separately. Is the market prices still pretty bad, or have they stabilized? I think they're still pretty bad. it's not gonna be for a while. Yeah, this is my nerd shit PC that I love to death, and I think it has served me incredibly well. I'm pretty happy. I don't think, honest to God, like I really like Smart Form Factor. This thing's been awesome. I've been meaning to upgrade, but everything's DDR5 is my pick unk. What does that mean? Pick unk. I'm not sure what that. Well, I'm just gonna assume that that's annoying. I'm so happy I bought a 5060 Ti before the market went up. Bought it at 500 USD, and I used to have a 2060. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't think 500 is a very good price for a 5060 per se. For a Ti, sure, but even then, I think it's you know, I can't say for certain. My 3080 Ti has been lasting me for the last 2 years, and it's gonna keep serving me. I think if you anything like a 70 card and up, I think is like perfectly fine. I'm gonna be so honest. Like even I truly don't see the purpose in getting like something like a let's say if you don't do like heavy 3D stuff, I feel like you can get away with a 70, even a 60. I was on a 3060 for like I don't know how many years, or like that was like one of my I will never forget this. And also, oh my god, so my best friend hooked me up with this guy who unfortunately scalped the shit out of me, and I paid way too much for a 3060 Ti. Like this thing, I paid maybe like 1.5x what I should have for that card. But at the time I was like, if I'm gonna stream playing some video games, I gotta at least upgrade this like a little bit. Keep in mind, I bought this I unfortunately bought this at the peak of 1, COVID, and 2, when it was around the time when the GPU market was at its worst. And I was like, God, I should just get one before it gets any worse than it was. Was it the NFT boom? This was like when crypto fucking exploded, unfortunately. So everybody was buying on GPUs, and I was like, shit. So I paid way too much for a 3060 Ti. All I can really say is I hope he's doing well. He wasn't a bad guy, actually. Like I've hung out with him a couple times. Like he was all right. Passed my driver's permit test the other day, and I'm practicing hard to get my license real soon. Gotta say, one of the reasons why I just lock it and get it done. Victoria, thank you for the shupa and congrats. I hope you know, get your license. Stay safe out there. Those are the times. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I got a 40, like this 4070 I found randomly at Best Buy. Like I was just on the site and I was like, holy shit. Cause I was like, oh, I really want to get a Founders Edition card. And I saw it on Best Buy and I was like, no way. So I grabbed it real quick. This shit, MSRP. Was it on sale? Yes, they stocked it. And I was like, awesome. Awesome. Were you able to get it for 3 digits? MSRP? MSRP 4070 Founders. I think it was only because at that time, I think they were trying to get rid of the stock because the supers had just come out. So obviously I'm not getting like peak performance, but I still managed to get a card, you know? That's my thing. That's my thing. Yeah. My brother currently has, he basically has like all my old GPUs actually. Like there's also like, I had like a spare 3070 Founders that I got off Craigslist from a guy. Cause I was like I was replacing something, I think at the time, that I needed to just have like a different temporary GPU. Cause I believe, ironically enough, the 3060 Ti that I got scalped for, that shit doesn't work anymore. That shit doesn't work. And we had to basically like get it, like repair that thing because keep in mind that thing was a fucking massive, like it was huge. I'm pretty sure like the weight of it was starting, like the sag on it was fucking up something. I was pissed. You actually invest in a good PC case. Mine right now is like $4. I think cases are like whatever. I'm gonna be honest. Like unless you really care about the aesthetic of it, I think it's not like the biggest concern for you. I think the break point is like an $80 case to like $100 case is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I don't think you should pay too much unless you're looking for something incredibly specific for PC case. Claude case would be cool. I actually think I wouldn't mind a PC case too, actually. But I do think I would want something that is like a little not well, is unique the right word? I do think I have like a specific idea for what I would want on like a PC case for sure. But I don't know. I'm not sure what I am kind of thinking of. 80 to 100 is normal. I guess my $4 was a bang for a buck. I don't buy something better. I think, well, if you don't care too much, then you don't have to spend the money. I'll be so honest. Claude PC line for the merch too. Magic Keep. I don't know. I'm like trying to think like how I would design like something like a PC collab or even like what is it? I don't know. I'm happy with like I mean, I got a fucking glass pad, so I can't really say anything. Gaming mouse coming soon, who's to say? I'll see. I don't know. I had a girl over, she dissed my PC case, so that made me sad. What the fuck? Yo. Dog, we gonna aim for more. I know. I think it's perfectly reasonable to like just keep on trying to you know, to dream, so to speak. To dream. I think there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to do. I mean, I've worked on, or rather not worked on, but like I have what is it? I have a lot of different mice here right now that I've obviously been trying out for a while. Hold up, I'm pulling all of them out right now. Okay, these are all they're all going on my pad right now. All right, there's currently 6 mice here. So right now I have my I keep this one always plugged in. My OP1 8K that I got a while back. This is the V1. I didn't get the V2. I switched out the switches for slightly faster ones. I don't remember which one. This is my XM2 4K. This one I kind of keep it. I just keep in the case. I don't really use it all that often anymore. Okay, so this is the Pulsar X2 Crazy Light, because they had like I like the Pulsar Play Store in Akiba, so this one is the quote unquote like Tokyo edition. It was limited. I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I might as well. Same thing goes for the other one, the Pulsar FS1. I've been trying this one out for a while because I've been wanting something like kind of similar to like an FK shape. Because this is the same shape as like the FK2. I like it a lot. It's nice for palm and like claw grip. But I like it. It's been nice. 2 of the other ones that I use every once in a while, but I've been trusting it. So this one is the Orbital Pathfinder. I've been trying this one out for a long time. I like to do different shapes and to honestly, like it's honestly more so just to like test shapes and like what do I want to do, or like how do I want to, you know, practice and stuff like that. Especially if if I'm like, for example, like I want to do more like fingertip grip stuff like that. Being able to change out different shapes is always nice. So this is the one that I keep on the side every once in a while. I got this one from Clabro. This was the CR Draco, the KO1 8K. It is a similar shape to the Pulsar, or not the Pulsar, the OP1 8K. But I've been using this one like a decent amount. I like it. The only issue is the battery life on this thing dies like really fast. But you know, the extra coating of it feels nice. Shape's okay. Really, like, not a lot I can say on this one, to be honest. But yeah, those are all my current mice, like, in rotation, and that I keep like just next to me. I have like this little like IKEA rolling cart that I just have with like all my mice. So whenever I feel like, oh, I'm gonna switch out, I just switch out there. Yeah. I can also talk about my pads a little bit, but I don't have that many pads right now. Because I think I only have three. I only have three right now, which is so I have a random Zowie GSR SE that I got when I first moved here because I just needed a pad. I have a AIM-1 balance pad that I got from TGS. And I have an Artisan Key 83 that I use all the time. Like my current main pad is the Key 83. I have been thinking about switching to either a right in mid or just getting another zero and just you know, I don't know. I've been thinking about just getting a zero. You didn't bring your pad over. I'm gonna be honest. I talked to my brother because I keep in mind my main pad for a long time was this Artisan Zero that I've had for like many years. Like I want to say like maybe like 3 years at that point. That was so worn in that I was like, all right. And then my brother was like, just get a new one. You're gonna go to Japan anyway. And I was like, all right, fine. So that was pretty much what happened. I left my zero with him. It's probably not getting any use. It's probably just sitting in a box or something. But you know, those are the three pads. I pretty much only really use the other two when I just need something to put stuff on. They sit in storage right now. So yeah, that's my current pad. Yeah, my glass pad also is like more of like a display thing right now. You use your glass pad? I use it sometimes when I want to like try glass and practice on glass, then I pull it out, but I use it more as like a display thing. I think it's a nice like centerpiece for me. That's kind of why I just didn't. Well, that's kind of why like I don't really say like it's one of my pads I use in rotation. It is more so like a display thing for me right now. Where do you have it displayed though? It is currently over by where I sleep. It is over by all my cases and stuff like that. Are you a monitor head or is it just so long as it's 144? Okay, I actually, all right, okay. I am pretty picky. I've been pretty picky about monitors more recently. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like 240 a lot. 240 I think is like my minimum. Right now, okay. Unfortunately, with all the things happening with like LG, as much as I want to talk about, or rather, as much as I want to be like, oh, this monitor is awesome, the whole LG thing kind of pissed me off a little bit. But I do use an LG monitor. Like this is like an LG 27 inch at 480 hertz, 1440. I got this on like a Black Friday sale, which was like, thank God it was like 25% off. So yeah, 480 is really nice. Having an OLED is really nice. That's like my biggest draw. I really only, you're having two monitors? Okay, I use one monitor right now. I've been using one monitor since I pretty much moved, ironically enough. That's also the reason why, like, ever since I moved and whenever I play games or stream when I play games, I don't read chat nearly as much. It's because I pretty much use one monitor right now. I used to, obviously, back when I was in America, I had two monitors because I had two spares. So in America, I was using, so I had a Zowie 2586K. Is it 86? No, not 86. 2566K. That's the one. The 2566K, because that was like the 360 hertz with 1080p monitor on a TN panel. I really like Zowie monitors. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think esports monitors for me are a lot more comfortable. And I also had a HyperX random like 24 inch that I also used. That was my second monitor. I've been thinking about getting, or rather not getting, but I've been thinking about shipping over my 2566 here because I'm like, I kind of miss that one. But, you know, I don't know. I think for me, if this whole LG thing doesn't get sorted out, I'll probably just switch to his Zowie and then I'll just call it from there. Is it because your desk is too small for two monitors? I think if I don't use like a separate like monitor arm, ironically enough, I've had this like Pixio monitor arm that I haven't used. Like it's just been in this box that I got like ages ago. But it would require me to kind of rearrange my desk entirely, which I am like, okay, I've been saving, which is why I like after this stream, I'm going to rearrange everything to adjust to my desk height. I still have this extra MSI monitor in that I overwear by sleep because that was like a monitor that I first got when I moved here. I bought with Leo a while back. It is more like just a spare monitor that I have. That's kind of like whatever. The colors on it aren't great. But it's 240. It got the job done. I can play Valorant on it, you know? So I'm probably going to use that as like a separate monitor or like a second monitor when I get the chance. So yeah, I wouldn't call my desk too small per se, but well, actually, it's all right. It's all right. It is literally just a random IKEA desk that I got. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe one of these days. One of these days, I'll be able to read chat and play games at the same time again. 120 centimeters. Unironically, yes. The desk that I am using right now is just a 2x4. Like, no joke. It is literally just a 2x4. I believe, I think it's, yeah. I think it's like one, fuck. 120 by like 120. Actually, yeah, I think it's like 120 by 60. I don't know. I think low key, I've been thinking about doing this for a little bit where people just start like, I think Rosemi did this like a while back. I would want to like make a tag so people can submit like their like desk photos and I will rate that shit. Am I able to truly say that like I am necessarily a good judge for people's setups? No, absolutely not. But I do think it'd be kind of fun to do. Not gonna lie. Oh, those kind of streams. I think it's fun. Yeah. I will admit though. Oh, speaking of which, I just another piece of unfortunate consumerism thoughts. I have been really wanting to get not necessarily like screen monitors, but my dream audio monitors, by the way. I really want Yamaha HS8s. The Yamaha HS8s. It is the quintessential like speakers that I feel like most people have been able to work on for many years, and I'm like, ooh, I would love to have a pair of those. Room reviews and people just submit a cave. Low key, honestly, that's just me though. I live in a cave right now. Yeah, Yamaha my love. I think, well, I mean, they're doing like apparently they're doing like a collab with Miku again. They just showed it off at Magical Mirai over the weekend. I was saying a lot about it. What the fuck? Oh, why did you say it like that? Hello? Excuse me? Say it like what? Yo, pipe up. Explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Your voice got deeper and I wasn't expecting it? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't even think my... Don't... Pshaw! I don't think my voice is that deep, quote unquote. Damn, on the spot? Yo, I got a one guy. I got a one guy everybody. Everyone gets at least one guide one time. You get one guide one time, one stream. Fucking except for the some that I decide to antagonize every once in a while because I feel like it. Get the VPs to compare the deep voice. Well, actually, yes, you should. Yes, you should. Part of me was like, don't do that. But I was like, yeah, maybe you should compare the voice packs. Maybe you should purchase. Thanks for the free shill, guys. I appreciate it. Promote the VPs, dog. I just forget, man. Let me live a little bit. Winter date 2023, my beloved. And I think that was like the most relatable one that I've done. And it was literally one of the first that I did. So, hey. I cannot buy any more VPs this month, but next payday for sure because I've been eyeing up so many. You know what? So long as it is financially reasonable for you to do so, you can do as you please. And I wish, you know, if you do happen to buy it during payday, sure. I don't feel pressure to get it now, but I mean, if you want to later down the line. Tipsy VP resale currently on sale. Is it? Oh, awesome. There's permanent VPs available too. Yeah, there's a lot of permanent VPs available right now, actually. Do you keep all your VP works in folders? Yes, I do. I have every single one that I've done pretty much, actually. All in one folder. Ironically enough, I have every single VP from debut up until now in one folder right now. This is... I have 14 gigs worth of voice pack stuff. Because I record everything. And I keep everything for perpetuity. Would you bring back blooper content for members? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Low key, I could. I think I should. I've thought about keeping my bloopers. I think I just went the EX route for a long time, but low key, I might start tossing in my blooper reels into members. I don't know. I can't. I don't really know which is preferable still. But maybe if it means people want to do members, I'm kind of game. Mm-mm-mm. $15. There you go. For sure. I like both. Yeah, I mean, I like the bloopers though, to be honest. I think bloopers were always a fun time, I'll admit. JC, anything with the 10 we gifted? Speaking of which, we're switching members in 15. So yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to think of like other things that like I was gonna talk about, but I can't. My brain is like forgetting entirely. Yeah. I don't know. If I'm to be a shill or shill the things that I need to, who's everyone suggested outing VP in chat before. When I bought it, my life changed for the better. Good for you. Cool. Outing VP made me cry at school. Yo, my VP should not be something to cry over though, no? Karaoke on Tuesday archived? Yes, it will be archived. I will talk about it a little bit more in member later. Yeah. For the low price of a Starbucks coffee, you two can help a buddy out. True, you can help a brother out. And then I'll record more. And then every time every time you buy VP, it means I have to record another one. Think about it that way. every time you buy one, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do another one. That's how it works. I got another one to do next month that I got to do. It's a win-win situation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy voice packs. I think voice packs are still always gonna be like a fun thing to do. Ah shit, here we go again. Ah shit. How do voice packs work? I record them. That's it. I record them, and if people want that type of quote unquote content from me, I record them and read specific scenarios, if you know what I'm saying. And if people enjoy that type of scenario, they can purchase that voice pack, because I will not do that type of content on the main channel or like the way that I do it right now on stream, because that's just not who I am. You are getting to listen to a different quote unquote side of me that I don't do publicly, called the Green Goblin. And yeah, that's just how it works. Yeah. And then I try my best. I try my best to hopefully make good VP. The Green Goblin takes over his body for 6 minutes. It is true. 6 minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I need. What do we have to do for lore audio dramas? Good question. If I have the time, we'll see. Do you listen to your VPs? No. I record them and I'm like, no, I'm good. I like, the only time I quote unquote listen to them is if I have to re-record anything, pretty much, and that's the only time I do it. If I have to re-record like a specific line that I'm like, ooh, I didn't like this, or hey, specifically for JP packs, like they will tell me like, hey, can you re-record like this specific line? And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. That's pretty much, that's the only time I'll like really like listen to it, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I understand why this sounds weird, and then I'll do that. Would you rate your voice packs? Am I rating it on the quality or how I feel about it? That's the real question. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I were to rate all of them, they're all 10s. But if I'm talking about like, did I enjoy doing this and stuff like that, maybe I could at some point. I've thought about it. Imagine how many retakes he did while recording for the VP. I don't retake that often, actually. What is it? I mean, in a lot of my earlier JP voice packs, I had to retake a lot. Like let's say in earlier voice packs, I would have to re-record maybe like 9 or 10 different lines when I first started doing JP voice packs. And as I did more and more, I right now I really only need to re-record like 1 or 2 lines each time, which I am like, I'm pretty happy about. At least it tells me I've improved to like a decent amount. But I also am very specific of like, hey, if there is something wrong or if something doesn't sound right, like just tell me and I'll re-record it no matter what. Yeah. Are you feeling shy while recording? I'm not. I don't feel anything because it's not me. Easy. That's the Green Goblin. It's not me. Can't feel shy if it's just not me. That's just how it works, man. I remove myself from the situation and everything. I no longer think about it. Same way how even now I simply do not think. He's astral projecting. Yeah, I let the Green Goblin do its thing and I'll come back and I'll be like, all right, cool. Did you finish work? And then I call it a day. Okay, man, whatever. Yeah, man. When the VP is done, Claude wakes up on the floor with no memory of the last 3 hours. Pretty much. More like 1, but Top tier compartmentalizing at work. This is unironically, actually, think about it this way. This is just the plot of fucking Severance. Like, it's just Severance, man. I don't. You and Green Goblin having water cooler talks at the office. Possess him like Mr. Hyde, pretty much. I think that's the best way to think about, to be honest. Do you have a top 3 VPs you've done? I can't really. I don't know. I honest to God, it would take me. I'd have to go through and like think about it. I would really have to like sit down and like be like, oh, did I enjoy this specifically? Get the HS8s to blast your VPs. That's crazy. Speaking of which, what's your favorite TV shows? Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. Do you want to try talk like you did on VPs while play Valo? Crazy sentence. No. I don't think so. If I would make like a VP of like what it would be like if I was to play Valorant and you would just hear comms and me yelling, sure. That's probably more likely. If you did that, you'd be stereotypical e-boy. No. I don't know. I mean, can we really say that only because you've seen what my regular Valorant streams are like when we play comp. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even think it's that bad. I don't even think I go crazy fucking like e-boy mode, you know what I mean? I feel like my comp comms are like pretty straightforward, you know what I mean? Except for when the randoms start flirting with me, then it's like, all right, bro. That's different, but I will never forget the random dudes who are like Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. Every single time they find out I speak English, they're just like, oh my god, and they just go crazy. The vocal fry kind of there though. Ah! Ah! Vocal fry. See, that is, so the vocal fry is the unfortunate consequence of being West Coast American. But that's neither here nor there. People flirt with you in your FPS games. What can I say, man? What can I say? Think about it this way. All I really do is just say, you know, you good, bro. And then they start flirting with me. I love when men online start flirting with me, another man. And then I feel this sense of camaraderie with them. Simple as. Ninjin Kohai, thank you for the 10 gifted. Also, Risa, in the 21 months. Everyone wants you in game. Yeah, everyone want me in game only. Let it. Everyone want me in game only. Let's not get it twisted. They want your cookie. They only want my cookie in video games. Anytime else, they want me on. They want me fucking dead. Man gets all the booty calls and all the Val people flirting. Oh, to have the problems of Claude. No. It's only online. It's only online and in video games. I'm Claude from video games. Sure, bro. I keep it straight. Keep the facts straight. I cannot tell a lie. I am only in demand when it comes to video games. Another identity? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. When I'm outside physically, it's a different person entirely too. Period poo. You know, fun fact, growing up, I used the one stuffed animal, quote unquote, that I used to have all the time, like as a kid, that I brought around everywhere was Winnie the Pooh. That was the only fucking, that was like the bear that I would like sleep with, you know? Did you know as a kid, I was one of those kids who had to wear, like, you know, for Halloween, wore like a Pooh Bear costume, except, you know, when like the face is just like the mouth, you know what I mean? That that was a Halloween costume for me as a kid. It was so fucking goofy, but honest to God, I need to ask my mom if there's a photo of it somewhere, because I think it's in my memory, it's really funny. But also, I'm thinking about it now. I think it'd be so funny to get a Halloween costume where it is just like a bear, and like in the mouth is just my face. As an adult, I think it's really funny. All right, we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Member happening soon. Okay. I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, evening, whatever it might be. I'll see you guys for the extra member Zatsu hour. Take care, guys. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll probably do something later tonight, probably some more Deadlock or something, but we'll see. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit, or later, I guess, or you know, enjoy. See you tomorrow too. Bye.